U.S. financial news in the past 24 hours, U.S. financial markets have been buzzing with a mix of optimism and caution. A major story is the Trump administration's push for 25% tariffs on imported cars, which has sparked headlines about potential economic growth. Proponents argue this could boost domestic manufacturing, particularly in the auto sector, with companies like Ford and General Motors seeing modest stock gains in early trading today. However, analysts warn of retaliatory trade measures from countries like Canada and the EU, potentially igniting a broader trade war. Posts on X reflect this divide, with some users cheering the America First policy, while others predict higher car prices for consumers. Elsewhere, Bloomberg reports that private credit titans managing over $61 billion are thriving in a once-a-niche corner of finance. This growth signals a shift as investors seek alternatives to traditional stocks and bonds amid uncertainty. Meanwhile, the Department of Health and Human Services announced a drastic cut of 20,000 workers, 24% of its workforce per CBS News, as part of a broader federal spending review. This move, tied to the administration's efficiency drive led by Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, has raised eyebrows. NPR notes, DOGE staffers have accessed siloed government databases, sparking privacy concerns, though financial markets seem unfazed, focusing instead on potential cost savings. Reuters also highlights the U.S. pausing contributions to the World Trade Organization, WTO, aligning with Trump's retreat from global institutions. Trade sources suggest this could strain the WTO's operations, though markets haven't reacted strongly yet, possibly due to the news breaking late in the day. Overall, the financial mood is one of cautious navigation through policy shifts and global tensions. U.S. political news politically, the U.S. is grappling with a whirlwind of developments. The Signal chat leak remains a national security scandal dominating headlines. NPR and CBS News report that Senate Intelligence Committee hearings on March 27th grilled Trump administration officials after a journalist was inadvertently added to a chat discussing sensitive plans to bomb Houthi targets in Yemen. The Atlantic's bombshell article on March 25th triggered this uproar, and today, NDTV notes a U.S. judge ordered the administration to preserve these messages. President Trump vowed to investigate government use of Signal, but no repercussions have surfaced yet, leaving the story unresolved and trust in officials shaky. On the policy front, the Department of Government Efficiency, led by Elon Musk, is making waves. NPR's coverage from March 27 highlights Musk's push to access government data for waste reduction, though critics argue it skirts privacy laws. His presence at a White House cabinet meeting on March 24th underscores his influence. Meanwhile, Reuters reports Elise Stefanik's nomination as U.S. ambassador to the UN might be withdrawn, per a White House official today, hinting at internal friction within the administration. The New York Times also notes a judge blocking Trump's attempt to shutter Radio Free Europe, Charles Radio Liberty, a move seen as resisting his broader retreat from global engagement. On immigration, CBS News highlights a rare bipartisan effort. Evangelical women from Women of Welcome are advocating compassion over fear at the U.S.-Mexico border, offering aid to asylum seekers. This contrasts with the administration's hardline stance, adding a layer of complexity to the political landscape as of 4:05 p.m. CET today. World news globally, the past 24 hours have been packed with significant events. In the Middle East, Al Jazeera reports a grim statistic. A child is killed in Gaza every 45 minutes, averaging 30 deaths daily over the past 535 days. This ongoing crisis, coupled with a worsening food shortage noted in X posts, keeps humanitarian concerns front and center. Reuters adds that China flew H-6 bombers near the disputed Scarborough Shoal on March 24th, escalating tensions in the South China Sea, with implications for U.S. naval interests. In Europe, Israel's parliament passed a law on March 27th expanding political control over judicial appointments, per NDTV. This defiance of a years-long protest movement signals a rightward shift, echoing Germany's struggle with its fascist past as the far right ascends, per the New York Times. Meanwhile, NPR reports Greenland's Democrats formed a coalition government today, just before a U.S. visit, amid drama over rare earth mineral supplies. Rebels in an unspecified region, likely Myanmar, Given Reuters' mention of a March 28 earthquake in Mandalay have disrupted half the world's heavy rare earth production, sending prices soaring. In the Americas, NDTV notes U.S. diplomat Marco Rubio warning Venezuela against escalating claims on oil-rich Guyana, backed by U.S. military might. This follows the New York Times' report of Trump planning tariffs on countries buying Venezuelan oil, blending economic and geopolitical pressure. In Asia, Al Jazeera highlights Bangladesh's central bank governor hunting for wealth siphoned abroad by political elites, a legacy of last year's Gen Z uprising that ousted Sheikh Hasina. Finally, natural and cultural notes. A strong earthquake hit central Myanmar today, per Reuters, while CBS News reports Los Angeles' Jewish and Muslim communities straining to maintain bonds post-October 7, 2023. These stories paint a world of interconnected crises and resilience as of March 28, 2025. Conclusion. The past 24 hours have been a roller coaster across U.S. financial, political, and world news. Financially, tariffs and spending cuts signal bold domestic moves with global ripples. Politically, leaks and policy shifts reveal a turbulent administration navigating trust and efficiency. Globally, from Gaza's tragedy to Greenland's minerals, the world is a tapestry of conflict, strategy, and human stories. As the clock ticks past 4:05 p.m. CET, these threads continue to evolve, shaping tomorrow's headlines.